Hey, what's up everyone? So today I'm going to teach you the classic Cantonese style scrambled eggs with shrimp, or shrimp with scrambled eggs, whichever you choose. Now if you want your eggs to be really soft and your shrimp not to be overcooked, I'm going to teach you one simple trick to help you achieve that perfect Chinese style scrambled eggs with shrimp. Now this dish is of course very popular in Hong Kong as well as in the US, especially where I grew up in New York City. This is the type of dish that you would order mainly at a local Chinese restaurant or a cha chan tang, which is another name for a Chinese style of diner. So first off, we start off with shrimp. Right here I have about 170 grams of shrimp that I've deshelled and deveined. Now it is super important that you wash off your shrimp, wash off the slime and the grit, and then just cover the shrimp with some water and then add about a quarter teaspoon of baking soda. What the baking soda is going to do is going to give your shrimp a nice plump texture when you bite into it. It is a classic Chinese secret. So just let the shrimp sit in the baking soda and water mixture for about 15 minutes. After that, rinse off the shrimp again. This is just to get rid of the baking soda. After that, dry out the shrimp really well. A dry shrimp will absorb the seasonings much better. So we're just gonna add half a teaspoon of salt and a quarter teaspoon of ground white pepper. And finally, 1 teaspoon of corn flour or cornstarch. Just mix it really well and set aside. Now this dish is also called watan hayan, but there are two types of watan. One is this style and the other one is a egg-based sauce. But this particular type of dish is something that my mom made at home. And then we're just gonna chop up 2 stalks of spring onions. You want to reserve the bottom half of the spring onion. We're gonna put those into the egg. The top part of the spring onions, we're gonna just put it on as a garnish. Okay, the eggs. We're gonna use 5 large whole eggs, okay? And then add just a pinch of salt, half a teaspoon of sugar. Throw in the bottom half of the spring onions, and just mix really well until you see bubbles. So once the bubbles have formed, let's start cooking. Heat your wok to medium heat, and when you see smoke coming out, add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Spread the oil around and then throw in the shrimp. So we're just gonna cook the shrimp until there is a pinkish color on the outside. We are not looking to fully cook the shrimp. Remove and set aside. Because we are using the same wok, make sure that you leave as much oil as you can in it. Okay, so now here's a special tip on how to make really soft Chinese style scrambled eggs, alright? You ready? Here we go. Heat your wok on a very high heat for about 5 to 10 seconds. And then throw in the beaten eggs. Quickly followed by the shrimp. And then flip off the heat. That's right, flip off the heat and quickly push the eggs around so that the bottom part doesn't cook too fast and solidify. And you want to keep stirring gently and just pushing it around until you notice that the eggs are slowing down in the cooking process. When that happens, flip the heat on to medium again, continuously stirring for about another 5 to 10 seconds, and then guess what? Yep, flip the heat off again. So you are going to see that the eggs are very soft and very custard-like. Now this is a type of trick that I learned from a cha chan tang in Hong Kong, okay? Actually, I didn't really learn it. I actually saw them cooking it. That's the way they did it. Because the thing about Chinese cooking is that they always play around with the heat. So they notice that something is cooking too fast, they'll lower the heat. Too slow, they'll pick up the heat. That is essentially what Chinese cooking is all about. It's all about control of the heat. Now for me, it only takes 2 times to turn on and turn off the fire to achieve the desired consistency of the eggs that I like. For you, it might take a little bit longer or it might take quicker, but you play around with it a little bit, cook it a few times, and make your Chinese scrambled eggs with shrimp perfectly. And here is another very important tip. If you like your egg soft, hurry up and remove it from the pan. Then top it with the reserved spring onions and sprinkle in some ground white pepper. So try out this recipe. I know you guys are gonna like it. Now if you want to know how to make the sauce style of Watan Haiyan, here it is. Go check it out. This will teach you how to make it perfectly. And as always, I do make deliveries. I take Bitcoins and camels as payment. I will see you all next time.